Hello everybody, welcome back to Black Beanie Gaming. My name is Murphy and we're back with another installment of my should-be monthly Ask Me Anything video series. I have been nips deep working on this Shanghai Tower tutorial. Parts 1 and 2 are available now. They're taking a very long time to make because it is an insanely difficult build, but while we have some time between parts 2 and 3, I'm gonna upload a couple of these reaction videos, starting with this, the AMA. And remember, if you like the content we make over here in this little corner of the internet, you can support us on Patreon or by becoming a YouTube member or by following the Black Beanie Gaming Instagram, Twitter, Discord, or subreddit. Links for all that stuff is in the video description below. Please check it out, it would mean a lot. On top of the regular liking and subscribing and belling, hitting the bell with the bell. Okay, let's start off with some of these questions. We're going to start with the questions that were below the previous Ask Me Anything video, which debuted back in April. Oh my god, where is this year gone? All right, EasyJ18 asked below the previous video, when is a new tutorial coming out? Well, boy, do I have good news for you. Parts 1 and 2 of the Shanghai Tower tutorial are live on the channel right now. So please head over to the channel and check out those videos. Sure would mean a lot. Sacred Dog Warrior Vlogs asks, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta tutorial coming soon? No. Sadil Mahab 9 asks, do you remember me from the Discord? I built the medieval village. Check it out. It's amazing. How about all of you guys go to the Discord and check out his medieval village? It's amazing. All right, let's go to the traditional avenue of answering these questions. Ballistic Mutual asks, Gru versus Drew. Who's the better character? Gru. This should tell you exactly how old some of these questions are. Stormy Gamer 364 asks, who's gonna win, Godzilla or King Kong? Well, I hate to break it to you, but the old lizard took care of business, okay? He did his job, okay? No surprises there. Not Jesus asks, how to make brownies. Really all you need is salt, butter, eggs, baking powder, flour, vanilla, chocolate chips or nuts if you're into that, sugar if I didn't already say that, or you can just go to the grocery store and pick up a box mix. It's just as good, I promise. It's exactly the same. God forsaken ice pack. I've got a boo-boo on my shoulder. This isn't a sling, it's just some gel ice pack thing I picked up at CVS. Probably more trouble than it's worth, but it helps the boo-boo. Ballistic Mutual asks, who is your favorite Family Guy character? That guy who's like, oh no. That guy, he's funny. Either that or Joe Swanson. Hey, Peter. He's funny. Daniel Jones 4836 asks, who is your favorite superhero? Spider-Man, Batman, Daredevil. My favorites, hands down, no comparison. I will not elaborate. Eric asks, if there's one thing you could change about modern architecture, what would it be? I think for me, a huge change would be a shift away from form over function. I'm not looking for these giant, like, brutalist concrete monstrosities that still occupy a tremendous amount of space in American cities. I mean, Washington, D.C., look no further. But it sure would be nice to see buildings that don't do more than they need to. You look at some of these buildings in Dubai, there are some European style buildings out there that are just wacky, and I don't really have a problem with that. I really don't want to take away from the artistic merit of certain buildings. I don't. There's a housing crisis in the US. In Europe, people can't find housing or affordable housing. You've got low-income shanty towns across the world. Meanwhile, in Dubai, you're building these mega structures where the top third of the building is uninhabited. Shanghai Tower is another example out there in China. I mean, the building is largely unoccupied. As exciting as it is to make these visually distinct, massive buildings, is your building compensating for something, or is it going to be used for something? I just don't think that aesthetics and utility are mutually exclusive. That's a big thing for me. The bottom line is there are too many empty megastructures out there. Too many empty skyscrapers, just hoarding resources, hoarding real estate. I'd like to see a push away from that, more toward the more pragmatic approach to, if not architectural design, then at least just the utility of these buildings. Ballistic asks, do you play Sea of Thieves? No, sorry. The only thing I've been playing lately is Fallout in my spare time and Minecraft every other instance of the day.
Oh, God.
Roni asks, what is the oldest toy you still have to this day that you or your parents bought? No, the oldest would still be my Game Boy. I've still got Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, like the first Super Mario Brothers port to the Game Boy. I've got a lot of that stuff. I've got the first NASCAR racing game that had a rumble pack on it. You put a AAA battery in the actual game cartridge and it would spin up with those terrible, like, 8-bit graphics, I think. But yeah, that's probably the oldest one that I still have. Lennon11 asks, is cereal soup? Oh my god. Ballistic asks, is a corn dog the answer to life? Meat wrapped in cornbread, fried on a stick. I honestly can't think of anything better. I was at a winter light display unveiling. There's this big park in the middle of the city, and everyone gathers in the pavilion. Mayor flips a switch, and all the lights show up on all the buildings. It's really pretty, really fun. And they had all of these food carts out there, and I remember standing there waiting for the lights to turn on, and then they did. I look over and I see these two like younger kids with foot-long corn dogs. I've never wanted anything more in my entire life than I wanted a corn dog in that moment. And I went and I got one, and I simply lack the eloquence. I lack the vocabulary to adequately convey the blissful state that I evaporated into upon the first bite of that corn dog. It was transcendent, to say the least. Lettuce asks, what was your favorite show as a kid? There was this show on Nickelodeon, I think it was, it was like live action, but there was this puppet called Cousin Skeeter, Keenan and Kel. I watched a lot of all that. I watched The Amanda Show, SpongeBob a little bit after that, Real Monsters, Rugrats. But if I had to pick one, I might go with Doug. Doug was a good show. Lettuce also asks, how often do you see Among Us in your daily life? Thankfully, it's becoming exceedingly rare. Among Us was a fantastic little trend. I've got to take this off, it's freezing my skin. See, they're like these frozen little jelly balls. Look at that squish. But yeah, I enjoyed Among Us while it was relatively popular. I hope they make a lot of changes to really freshen up the gameplay. The memes I could do without. I'm tired of seeing those Among Us astronauts twerking on everything. I love the internet. Sexualize everything. This is the radical liberation that our younger generations need. But the Among Us astronauts, really? Ziggy asks, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie? I got 3 syllables for you, okay? Tag longs. Hands down, best Girl Scout cookie. That's it. That's just it. That's it. The Thin Mint crowd can kiss my ass. It's tag-alongs all day, every day. Lettuce asks, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? The joke answer to that is obviously I would take the money, build a giant in-ground pool, and fill it with 10,000 cans of black and pinto beans. And whenever I was craving Mexican, I would just walk over to the pool and dip a ladle in and put some on my burritos and on my tostadas and everything. But if I was just gifted $1 million, I would, rather than participating in a system of volatility and worker abuse and stagnant wages, I would probably put a good 2/3 of it away so I could just coast off of that, and then the other third I would distribute among my loved ones. Ziggy says, I'll do you one better. If you had $1 billion, what would you do with it? Much the same. Although I would probably keep just enough to live off of for as long as I could. But you will not see me buying flashy cars. You will not see me buying mansions in the Hollywood Hills. You might see me purchase an extremely expensive computer and TV and monitor setup. Those will be treats just for me and myself. I will distribute just enough money for the people that I care about most to never have to work another day in their life. And if I'm being quite honest with you, I would probably give the rest of it away. And I know that that's a disappointing answer. No, I am not going to start a space race with Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. No, I am not going to buy a ludicrous mansion. No, I am not going to use my newfound wealth in order to infiltrate celebrity circles. No, I am not going to use it in order to bribe my way into a status of living that currently I think is detestable and wasteful. Ziggy asks, what do you use to edit your videos? I use a software called Hit Film Express. It is not a professional software by any means, but it is modeled very closely after Premiere Pro. That said, I did not stick with the free version of that software. What I did instead was I purchased a whole lot of upgrade packs that are there for Hit Film Express. Long term, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna check out Vegas. I'm gonna check out Premiere. I'm gonna check out a whole lot of things. .org website asks, what would you do if you had $1 trillion? What would anybody, like, there's nothing you can do in this world that is worth $1 trillion. No individual can spend that money. No individual, not one. $1 trillion, good Lord. I would be able to take that $1 trillion, divide it by the 8 billion people in the world, and if my calculator's anything to go by, I could cut every single person in the world a check for $125. That's a couple video games, dude. Ballistic says, spend it all on fast food. Literally all the fast food. Every single bit of fast food in the world. It's like, seriously, chicken nuggets for everybody. Every last human being on the planet gets $125 for the chicken nuggets. Wait, hold on. How many chicken nuggets, if I had $1 trillion, how many chicken nuggets could I give every single human being in the world if I had $1 trillion? If I can give everyone $125, I'm going to assume a 10-piece chicken nugget on its own is like $4.99 at McDonald's. Just the nuggets here in Virginia, where I am. I could give every single human being on the planet 250 chicken nuggets. World hunger solved. World peace attained. It's the greatest investment you could ever make. How many trillionaires in fiction have decided to do that? Not a single one. Not a single one has thought to do that. They're all like, oh, I want to build a big rocket and go off into space. I want to build a space station. I want to rule the world. Like, no, just buy all the chicken nuggets. Every last one of the chicken nuggets. And if you're vegan, eat the box that it came in. I don't know. Who are you to stand in the way of world peace? That's all I'm gonna say. Ziggy asks, what is your favorite Jolly Rancher flavor? Blue raspberry. Entity, rather than asking a question, simply said, Goku, to which I'll respond, Vegeta. Ballistic asks, who would win in a fight, Goku or Grogu? Look, as adorable as that little baby Yoda is, a spirit bomb to the face, a Kamehameha right up the ass, I don't see him pulling through, okay? This isn't Logan Paul versus Mayweather here. It's more like Logan Paul versus a steam engine. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go with Goku on this one. Ultra Instinct Goku, no less? Member Wooz Kalufa asks, what's your favorite song of all time? I mean, I listen to just about everything, so that's actually really hard, and my favorite song just kind of changes by the day. Sorry. Lettuce asks, would you eat the Minecraft toast? This is from Shanghai Tower Tutorial Part 1, and on the Discord, everyone is calling it the Minecraft toast. This is the foundation, basically, that the whole building is built off of. I didn't know it looked like toast, and now all I see is toast. I promise if you follow the tutorial, there's a really cool building that's going to be standing on top of that toast, okay? Roni asks, where are my pants? Look down, buddy. They're there, I promise. Jamar Chris asks, honey? Question mark? I'm not crazy about it, but, you know, it's not bad. Save the bees. Member asks, pizza or burger? Pizza. And I think I've mentioned this in an AMA before, but the best possible pizza you can have is a flatbread, chicken, spinach, feta, basil, Parmesan Romano. My mouth is literally watering just thinking about it. Old friend of the channel, Dayton, asks, just asking when part 2 of the Shanghai Tower is going to be released. Well, I've got good news for you, buddy. It is out right now. You can check it out on the channel. I suggest all of you check it out. Anyways, that's it from me for today. Don't forget to check out those links in the video description down below to join us on social medias and support your favorite Minecraft playing bean on Patreon or by becoming a YouTube member. I love you guys. I will see you next time.